Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam. I'm here with BringItDon. Let's continue this alternate dimension story. I'm wondering, why did you come to me again? To trouble me with your questions once more? Alright, I'll hear you out. Listen, your mate pretends not to see you. What's that all about? The woman looks at you disapprovingly. What's this gibberish? Are you seriously assuming that I'm willing to waste my time on this nonsense? There's no one here except you and me. Perhaps this insistence on the lie is some old way to scare me, rooted in the tradition of campfire stories. There he is, the man sitting on the other side of the fire. He's a scientist as well, albeit a rather questionable one. Your interlocutrice isn't even looking in the direction you're pointing. And since we do without anti-scientific suggestions, you and me are the only people for hundreds of meters around. Okay, let's talk to you then. Oh, greetings and salutations. You're back to talk to me. Hopefully mysterious night woman stopped appearing to you. Listen, this is not funny anymore. You're telling me that you can't see the woman standing on the other side of the fire. She swears that she's alone here and that she can't see you. The man looks around in fear. Young man, you're going to scare anyone like that, even this hardened skeptic. We scientific atheists are not a superstitious folk, but if you continue telling me how in my proximity you observe some women who deny my existence, I'll be compelled to start fearing for my life and for the condition of your cerebellum. Address the woman. Hey, here's that man. I'm talking to him right now. Point at the man in front of you. The woman gets distracted but from her thoughts and looks at you in surprise. You're pointing once again at the man who is shaking like a leaf. He begins to slowly step back from you. Without taking her worried eyes off you, the woman begins to retreat as well. Sigh and slouch your shoulders. Alright, there's no one else here. Whatever you two say. I mean, whatever you say. Both the man and the young woman on the other side calm down a bit. The man embarrassedly straightens out the flaps of his trench coat and sleeks his bushy beard. Let's just not talk about it. You've clearly convinced yourself in something that simply doesn't exist. Such things happen in this wilderness. It's normal. Better tell we that is you who'd like to ask me? Oh, whatever. Alright. Let's go talk to these people at this other campfire. Who was back here? Yeah. Oh, there's an axe back here. I wonder if it's any good. Bunch of bottles. These guys have a drinking problem. I can't take their mushrooms, that's fine. $7 to $14. 7 to 13. But at a higher AP cost. So I actually get more DPS out of the spiked club because I can swing it twice where I could only swing this once. But I could swing this and that forced me to swing and move also. Forgot that wasn't equipped. Alright, let's talk to these people. A woman of around 60 years old is standing in front of you. She's dressed in a woolen skirt, a shirt, a knitted vest, and thick rubber boots. The woman is a bit overweight, but she looks more robust than fat. Her gaze is kind and friendly. As she notices you, she immediately turns toward you and waves amicably. Hello, youth. Are you studying the history of your homeland? With the help of living fossils like me and my old man? Come here, don't be shy. Come on, closer, or else if the forest roars, I won't be able to hear anything that you want to tell me. We've got the roaring forest here, you know. That's what they call it, and for good reason too. I'm kidding about the roar, of course. It's not loud enough here to drown a voice, but it can interrupt a conversation occasionally, or the earth tremors can be so strong that you can barely stand on your feet. You're approaching the merry old woman. In the past, you've met many people who tried to hide something from you, who ignored you and even tried to avoid heart-to-heart conversation. Here, the situation is clearly different. Greetings, I'm traveling through your lands. It can't hurt to talk. The woman smiles at you amicably and puts her arms akimbo. I knew it. A traveling local historian. A rare species nowadays. How can I not welcome such a guest? What do you want to talk about? Our customs? This wondrous place? Or something else? Why do they call this forest that? The woman shrugs with a smirk. They're calling our forest that for a reason. Tell me, dear, can't you feel it yourself? Or maybe your feet are wooden like those of a dummy. Although I think even someone with prosthetic legs could feel it. The ground, that's the thing. It's shaking like mad, and there's hum in the pines. A moan almost. Many, well, everyone really, see it as a bad sign. They say a forest won't shake for no reason, nor will the trees hum like pylons. But as you can see, we couldn't care less. We just go on with our lives. That something that earned the forest is its nickname. It doesn't bother us. There is indeed some it or something which frankly I doubt. It may just be this. Earth crust has cracked somewhere down there, and these are just activities, seismic ones. Volcanic activity. This is possible as well. One brainy kid told us that while he lived with us for a week. He was a traveling student. That's a whole different story. Also a worthy one, by the way. He sang such songs when he was wasted on local moonshine. They were really touching. About young women, about education certificates, and about how their dean mutated. Oh, I even feel sad remembering it. I'm still missing him. He as good as became my son in that week. Yeah. Alright, one second, I gotta take a sip of coffee. Oh, that's hot. Alright. Why do they call this forest roaring? Woman shrugs with a smirk. Have you forgotten already? Okay. Let's ask you something else. A few questions. Woman nods and gives you a friendly smile. Of course, dear. Do ask. What do you have on your mind? What questions? What is your name, if you don't mind telling me? The old woman smiles, revealing her well-preserved teeth. Whatever you want. Mom or Mrs. If you can call me by the name, then it's Vladlina Karpovna. And how should I address you? I know many people nowadays have surprising names. The ones that back in the days they only used to call dogs. Nicknames and codenames. I wonder what's yours. It's simple. My name is Donald. Alligator. Sasha the feisty skeleton. Yeah, let's do that. The woman nods with a smile. Nice to meet you, Sasha the feisty skeleton. Glad to make your acquaintance. What is your occupation? The old woman grunts and with a wave of her hand shows you the scenery around. Running things. All around here. There, I've got a berry patch. Here, I've got trees that once every couple of years figure out how to bear fruit against all odds. There's a mushroom glade not far from here, too. A spring for laundry and for water. I'm running things here, so that the old man doesn't get covered in bark. The old stump that he is, bless him. The harsh mundanity. How is it, living in such an unusual place? Your interlocutress, or Trice, throws her hands up with laughter. It's bearable, you know. This forest is the most unusual place in the whole area. People make up legends and various theories about it, but I guess it only seems scary from the outside. And if you're living right in the center of it, it doesn't seem all that unusual anymore. Nobody bothers or pesters us here, really. We're living a calm life in our sunset years here. We may even manage to die before one of the popular prophecies is fulfilled. They're just horrendous. For example, they say that we can hear the hum here because the Soviet government dug a mine here, and they reached hell. Now the demons can't wait for the right moment to get out to the surface, and pierce everyone with their forks and staves. Any interesting stories or gossip to share? The old woman shakes her head embarrassedly as if apologizing to you. News spread like wildfire, but not here. How can news get here if most people are afraid to even show their faces in this forest? I only get news in my dreams. Dreams must be the most interesting things we get to see in my old man's and mine calm life here. Although I actually took interest in dreams even before the war. I'd even write down some of them. For example, this is what I saw in the 86. A cow shed at a collective farm with 5 rows of stalls, 10 each. In every stall there's a fat cow. Suddenly the clockworker on the mountain strikes midnight, and a thin and sick cow enters each stall. It kills and devours the fat one, and takes its place. The bombs fell only a few days after this dream. Recently I dreamt about a cow again. A big and fat one, with a swollen and tight udder. The cow is sitting in a mud stall and nobody milks it. It saves all the milk for its calves, and in that dream I'm asking someone, where are the calves of this cow? And someone I'm sort of talking to screams at me, no, don't. If you look at the calves, you'll fear the night. But I'm a disobedient fool because I still turn around and through the roots and the mud walls of the cave I see the calves hurrying to suck their mom's udder. Thousands of disgusting blind creatures crawling on their pink bellies, pushing, squealing, fighting each other to death, spilling the slippery filthiness that they've got for blood. This is disgusting. Thousands of legs, crooked, abnormal, Hundreds of jaws filled with sharp teeth, calling their mother in a groan, a howl, a thin monotonous whine of accursed flutes. I screamed so much that night that my old man thought I was going to kick the bucket. I thought so too, but I was lucky. Yeah, this story's making me feel uneasy. Shoot, don't be shy. Alright, yeah, let's talk to the guy now. I'm done talking to her in her weird dreams. Mushrooms, other garbage that I don't care about. Fantastic. A short, smiley old man in a knitted hat is standing in front of you. As he sees you, he chuckles slyly and slaps himself on the knees. This makes his trousers covered in patches emit a small cloud of dust that sparkles in the light. So he should be a short, smiley, dusty old man. Now, just look at him. A traveler in our roaring forest. What a surprise. My name is Valery. Nice to meet you. And all that. Valery. That sounds familiar. Hold on. Here it is, yeah. The leader of the Moonshiners, Petrovich. Okay. Well, I found him. Look who's here. The main nobleman of the Wasteland. Well, I never. To what do we owe this honor? Darn you, you nasty old man. Alright, I'm sorry. I was just stressing out a bit. So I was inadvertently rude. The old man smirks forgivingly. You're obviously charming enough to make a good impression on him, even after you've been rude. Oh, I could have screwed that up. Well, it's a good thing I'm charming. Yeah, the people nowadays are difficult. A single wrong word and swoosh. A knife cuts your throat. That's how it is. Alright, what shall we discuss? You say your name is Valery. Listen, old man, do you know someone named Petrovich? The old man frowns and presses his thumb against his forehead, as if trying to remember something from the remote past. Petrovich. Could it be the one-eyed, constantly stern old man, a former ranger? That's the one. Do you know him? Old man Valery waves at you to keep quiet. Wait, I'm not sure yet. Are you talking about the Petrovich who brewed moonshine before the war and quite possibly is still at it? That's right. It's him that I'm talking about. I see. I've never heard of him before. Petrovich? Who's Petrovich? Seriously? Darn. I thought I found him already. Old man Valery bursts out laughing until he almost begins to cough. I was playing along. Obviously I knew you were screwing with me. Alright, calm down. I'm just pulling your leg. Sure, I know Petrovich, that old fox. The ranger in my butt. He used to chase after Semyon and me, while he himself used to sell counterfeit alcohol to the tourists. Why did you mention that Wally at all? I saw him. He still brews moonshine. He remembered you and wanted to meet you. Really? So it is after him that they call the moonshine that's being sold around here. Who would have thought? The man is doing well for himself at his old age. What a weasel. I know approximately where the moonshiners live. One vagabond told me. Maybe if we're alive and well, we'll go see him sometime with my old missus. The old man throws a cautious glance at his wife. Strictly for a tea. Sure, it's a must. Alright, I've given you the news, now let's discuss something else. 57 experience points. Old man Valery chuckles and shrugs in agreement. Why do they call this forest roaring? Because these earth tremors happen in a certain pattern. Normally you don't even feel them, but occasionally you get a good shaking, although it's been a rare thing lately. Why do the tremors happen? There's plenty of various opinions about it, but I've got one of my own. Not far from my old mistress and mine home, there's a very strange hole in the ground. I saw similar ones in other parts of the forest as well. I can't say for sure because I have no proof, but it seems to me that under the forest there lives various ones. God knows who. Alright, let's change the subject. A few questions. The old man wipes his nose with his sleeve and winks at you merrily. Go ahead, ask me. I don't mind answering a few of them. Aren't you scared to live here all alone? Old man Valery pensively scratches his beard and sighs. That depends. Not really. There is one thing, though. Recently a wolf pack came to our lands. Wolves, wild dogs, they wander in the wasteland, but they never visited us before. Why are y'all talking while I'm talking to him? That's rude. Now, however, one such pack settled really close to us. I haven't told this to my missus yet, as I don't want to scare her, but I think that soon they'll get brave enough to come after us. I'm too old to fear death, but if some strong man who happens to be passing by could deal with this bane, that would have been more than welcome. It's your lucky day. I've killed the whole wolf pack. The old man throws his hands up in the air and grunts with content. You're amazing. Great job. Wow. This means I should thank you somehow. You just... wait here for a moment. We're not rich, really, but for obvious reasons we can offer you various forest products. Ein Moment. He motions for you to wait, and followed by a surprised look from his wife, he rushes into his wiki-up. After rummaging there for a couple of minutes, the old man, Valery, gets out with a content look on his face and grunting, goes back to you. In his hands he's holding a small parcel. There you go, fighter. There's plenty of good stuff here. You could use these, or sell them. Thank you. This can really come in handy. The man places a parcel in your hands and nods with satisfaction. I guess we weren't destined to die from the wolves' fangs after all. I wonder what I got. What do you do, old man? What is there to do here? I take care of the household. My missus and I collect berries and mushrooms. On holidays, I set traps for the animals. Sometimes I go fishing in the nearby stream. There's not much fish there, but it's enough for me and my missus. What do you know about this forest? The old man smiles amicably. We've got a nice forest here. People are scared of it. They avoid it. But I authoritatively state this is a good place. It's quiet, peaceful, and beautiful. Only rarely do different travelers and hunters wander in. Sometimes I think some people set up camps here at night, although I've never seen them myself. Okay. The only thing I remember is that it used to be greener before the war. It's sort of dried out now, as if someone's been sealing its fertile soil, or chewing on the tree's roots. Oh, because of the mutants beneath. Do you have any interesting stories or gossip to tell me? The old man gives it some thought. To be honest, I can't remember anything special. We sort of cut from the outside world here, as you can see. But you can go ask my old missus. She loves a good chin wag. Alright, so what did I get from him? Horn smelt. I guess the bandana as well. How much can you hold, bud? Not enough. Okay. I'll just drop the axe. I really want to use the axe, though. I think it'd be cool. Wait, it said I could cook it as well. There we go. We're not encumbered anymore. Perfect. Alright, so how close are we to leveling up now? Wait, did I miscount that? Yeah, we still have like 1,000 experience to go. Guess we're stuck in combat with the rabbits until they run away. That's a little annoying. There's a stash over here. Alright, I just want to end combat. I regret this. It's gonna take too long to chase these guys down. I guess if they run into this dead end, it won't be too bad. Get him, Fidel. I just wanted the experience, but let's see if I can cut him off over here. Alright, that's one down. Alright, well thank goodness that's over. Oh, wow, we got 62 experience for killing rabbits. I mean, that's pretty good. Alright, this comes back around to this dead end. Let's make sure there's nothing over here. And then we'll go... Oh, holy crap. I don't know why that scared me. It came out slow. I didn't expect somebody to just walk out of the bushes there. A strong-built man in a cap comes towards you from the underwood. He keeps looking back and so doesn't notice you until you almost bump into each other. The man jumps with surprise and quickly steps back, threateningly pointing the barrel of his massive rifle at you. Have you been here all along? Have you been following me? Take a closer look at the man's weapon. Wow, that's the incredibly rare and very high-quality rifle of the VSS, more commonly known as the Vintorez. You saw one of these at a shooting range once, but you didn't get a chance to fire it, unfortunately. The man notices your look. He angrily spits on the ground and waves the barrel. He's evidently rushing you to answer. Wait a minute, maybe it's you who's following me. The man looks at you in confusion, as if this has never occurred to him. What do you mean I'm following you? No way, I'm definitely not. As for you, I'm not sure now. Yeah, don't you pass the bucket. Right, I see what you're doing. The best defense is good offense, right? No, I'm just... Well, I know what I'm doing here, but I don't know what's on your mind. You could be plotting God knows what. Are you sure about what you're doing here yourself? The man looks at you in confusion. Evidently the stressful situation and your, truth be told, unusual questions perplex him. Yeah? Yes? Ah, sure. Of course I'm sure. How can one not know where and why one finds himself? I was hoping you would tell me that. I don't know it myself. It was you who started talking about it. I don't know anything about these things. I just came here to check on my stash that I've buried not far from here. The man's eyes turn wide and quickly shuts his mouth, realizing he spilled the beans about his stash. Smirk. What are you laughing at, you pig? The man coughs dryly and knits his brows together. It seems to you that in his mind there's a battle of two simple ideas concerning you. To just pass by and forget about it, or to shoot you dead and forget about it. Alright, attack me and I guarantee that I'll send you to the world of pain. Evidently your words were enough to frighten the angry man. He looks at you apprehensively, but nonetheless he lowers his rifle. Alright, I don't want to check if it's true or not. Go your own way and I'll go mine. I hope they'll never cross again. Is he only there to be killed? I'm gonna follow him. Because there was this stash over here, but it was empty. So I wonder if he's gonna put something inside of it. Also, he has a nicer backpack that I could give to Fidel. Alright, actually, you know what? I'll let him go on his merry way. I'll keep tabs on him. Let's go check out the shrine while we're over here. A giant wooden idol is towering in front of you. You get an unfounded feeling that the carved eyes of the idol are following your every move. You can also smell fresh scent of ozone, although it's possible you're just imagining something that's not really there. Examine the idol. The idol's head, so to speak, is adorned with something like an ampix with a symbol carved into it, either of a sun or a wheel. Its hair and beard are done very thoroughly, down to the smallest detail. But most of all, you are drawn to the eyes of the wooden giant. They seem to be almost alive. The hands of the idol are clenched in the handle of a Hummer whose pine rests on the face of the carved anvil. Perhaps there's some important symbolism to it, or maybe the carver just let his imagination fly. One way or another, this is rather impressive work. Despite the damage done by the elements, the idol still looks rather well. Knock on the idol? You knock on the surface of the idol with your knuckles. You even repeat this on different sides of the idol, just in case. Judging by the sound, there are no clandestine cavities in the idol. You simply failed to find them. Or I simply failed to find them. Listen to my feelings? I'm not going to carve an obscene word into it. Close your eyes and carefully listen to your feelings. You can't hear anything special. You feel the same way you always do. Besides, now you feel a bit hungry. Alright, let's see if I can drop something in the ground here. Let's start with that thing I found. It looks like it belongs there, right? It said hungry. Let's see if we can put food in there. So there's probably a hint. Let's drop the whole thing. An instant flare and suddenly you feel much luckier than just a moment ago. It seems to you that you can hear a booming laughter. I got 1 point in luck. And I didn't lose any meat. So nothing new. So you close your eyes and with a smile, listen to your feelings. The whole body feels like calm self-confidence and light euphoria. Light euphoria. Maybe I can put like maybe I put alcohol or something in the thing now. See if it does more stuff here. Any sort of alcohol doing anything? No? Maybe... Nope, okay. Nothing here. Alright, let's go see where that guy went. Follow him back to his stash. There's only one other stash that I know of. And I might just go ahead and kill him for his stuff. Actually, I don't remember where the stash was at. Son of a gun. Let's see if we can find this guy. Alright, there's a stash there. Maybe he left the area. Because there's those two people again. Maybe I should go check out the stash again. While I look for him. So go down every road, every path. There's still nothing there. Okay. Where could he have gone? Well, this is neat. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. Maybe he just left. Actually, hold on. No, stay over here. Go check out his bush that he came out of, because maybe he had a stash in here. Oh no, his stash is over here. Oh, you can walk through this bush. Okay. Maybe I should have killed him. Oh, an F1 grenade. Training. A bunch of mushrooms. I don't think I really need those. It's too much to carry. Alright, let's get rid of the scrap metal, I think, and I should be set. I think I might reload and kill that guy, can I? Where's my last quick save? Alright, so I know what I need to do here. I'm gonna quick save real quick and see if I can find that guy again. Start running immediately. He should have made it very far. So maybe he did. Alright, never mind. He's gone. I'm not gonna worry about it. I missed out on a powerful weapon that I can't use anyway. So let me... While I've been recording. Alright. I'll do this again, I'll go open the stash, and then I'll probably call it an episode. Stand in the center, bud. What did I use? I used meat, right? Alright, I'm a little bit more lucky. I now have 2 luck. Which sucks because that's my dump stat. But neat. Alright, let's go take his stash again, and then we'll just get out of here. Really just want the grenade and the bullets. rubles, of course, and the meat. So a little over encumbered, but you can carry. Alright, fine. Let's take the 2, I guess. Alright. Actually, what I might try to do is head up to the Moonshiner's place real quick, so I can turn in that quest, and then we'll call it an episode. Looks like I get into a couple of altercations on the way. I do regret not killing that guy, though. Should have done it when I had the chance. I'm trying to be a good guy, even though I do tend to kill several of travelers on the road. But it's so easy, and they're worth, you know, a decent amount of experience. Actually, I bet you this deer is worth a decent amount of experience. So now he's gonna run away. Aha! Alright, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, this is the first loading screen that we've dealt with. Well, except for the loading that I did. Alright, let's go to the Moonshiners real quick. Well, actually, it's not going to be real quick. Yeah, we're going to call the episode here. Off camera, I'll get to the Drunken Lair, and then we'll deal with the... Might go explore that as well. But yeah, off camera, I'll head to the Drunken Lair. I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.